culture and news for the New Yorker, the New York Times, Washington Post, Medium, and Habs News. Every weekday, I live draw something that we're talking about. So let me turn this around, and you can see me start drawing something. It was a busy news day. Let's see if I turn around. Now I work on with both paper and digitally, but since I'm in my studio, I'm hunkering down like everybody. I'm not going around and drawing out in the field, which is what I usually use my iPad for. I'm using paper and pen, and this is the four kind of pen I've used most of my career. I've been doing this for 40 years. It's an ink pen with it's a crow quill. That's what they call it, a dip crow quill. And right now I'm drawing a golf cart, which I have never drawn until a few moments ago. You'd think I would have drawn it in the last 4 years, but I have not. So yeah, so it looks, the news, it kind of looks like it's really going to be over for Trump. I mean, we knew that, but he was, and I don't think he'll ever concede. A little steering wheel. But a lot of the GOP are coming out now and saying, okay, it's over. Chris Christie spoke yesterday, like, this is, his legal team is an embarrassment to the country. It's really time for this to be over. I don't know what happens right here. I've never actually been in a golf cart. I'm just gonna pretend it does that. And I'm also drawing Trump in his usual suit with shorts because he's leaving the White House here in this drawing. He's not golfing really, but can you imagine how he might leave? He probably will try to avoid cameras, but everybody's going to be wanting to see him, and I don't think he'll come to the inauguration. I don't know what goes on up there. Here's his tie. So not really happy with this Trump face, but that's okay. So what I'm doing is making fun of the old meme, just married. Can you see what I'm drawing? With the tin cans in the back of the car. It's a little strange twist on the on the idea, but it's what I got for today. And what I was going to put in the back, I'll do it in ink. I'll do it. So anyway, I was going to also talk about that Biden is obviously he's taking the everything forward. He's moving it forward. The transition is happening. He's doing what he can without Trump's help. Can you see? Yeah. Okay. Hello, Brett. Hi, Frank. Hi, Peter. Hi, Dolly. Can you do one on his bike? Get the pun? No, I don't. Help me with the pun. Don't understand it. Sorry. I'm sometimes very dense when it comes to puns. You know what? That's too dark. Should be a little more orange. Somebody was asking me earlier, how do you make skin tone for white people, and it's a combination of, excuse me, I sneezed, red, yellow, and a little bit of blue for white people, unless you're Donald Trump, of course. You add orange. Oops, that's bleeding. To fix that with Photoshop later. So yeah, so Biden is going ahead with the transition. He's making all these wonderful appointments. Anthony Blinken is his Secretary of State, and I read about him, and he sounds great. I don't want to do that. I'm gonna wait on. Maybe I'll go ahead and paint his coat. Anthony Blinken. His choices for his cabinet are wonderfully diverse. So he's got Anthony Blinken's a white guy, but that's that. And Alejandro, how do you say his last name? I wrote it down, but I can't read my handwriting. He's a Latino, and Avril Haines is the first woman who's Secretary of Intelligence, and Linda Thomas Greenville is U.S. Ambassador, first Black woman to hold that position. Maybe it's the first Black person. I don't. No. Colin Powell was a Secretary of State once. But that's exciting. It's such a diverse group of people. I love it. And John Kerry is going to be special presidential envoy for climate change. So what color should I make the golf cart? Anybody want to give me? Hi, Steve Taylor. Anyone want to give me an idea to make it blue? I'm going to put something on the back of the golf cart. So we're actually seeing diverse, intelligent, competent people being appointed to the cabinet. I mean, Trump had some intelligent people, but oh dear, look at that, it's bleeding. But okay, a lot of fixing in Photoshop. That's what happens when you try to rush things. Don't let it paint dry. I'm going to let that go. And I can certainly paint the top. Waiting for the last minute to put the just using these colors because it's colorful. Yeah, Chris Christie came out and spoke out, said it's time for you to concede, and the GOP national security experts said it's time to concede. So I think it's slowly happening. Anybody out there get married and have a just married sign on the back of their car? I didn't do it, but it's a cartoonist meme that we use. I've done a number of cartoons with this. No political ones though. So it's also interesting to read that the newspapers are writing about Trump and his legal problems after he leaves the White House. And there are a number of problems he's going to have. But Biden is not wanting to to talk about it. He doesn't want to divide the country further, and I understand that. But I feel that the president needs to be held accountable for what he's done. There's a little purple in there. It's not bad. So it'll be interesting to see that when the time comes for him to leave, what will happen and how he'll handle it, and whether he'll come to the inauguration. I don't think he will. I bet he won't. What do you guys think? Brett says, I'm very pleased with Kerry as the climate envoy. He showed great ability to negotiate during the Iran nuclear deal negotiations. Yes, I agree. He's great. Thanks, Bill. Bill Ballmeyer. Excuse me for not pronouncing your name properly. Just subscribed. You can subscribe to my HAPS channel, and you'll get notifications of when I go live, which is generally speaking every weekday at 5:30. Sometimes I'll go at another time too if there's something special happening. But I'll draw something, talk about it, and draw something. I don't just do political cartoons. I do New Yorker cartoons too. I do New Yorker type cartoons. Lisa says the golf cart has a slight clown car look to it. Yeah, well, it's being drawn by a cartoonist that doesn't really know how to draw a golf cart, so that's part of the problem. If I were doing this, I mean, that's the thing. It's good to know something about what the object looks like if you're going to draw a cartoon of it. But if you're going to be too detailed, and my style is not detailed, you kind of want to just go with the flow and make it look like something close to what you want it to look like. Hello from Shabakino. Hello. Am I saying that correctly? Anyway, hello, Anita. Why do you always draw them in short pants? I think it's so funny. That's a good question, Steve. I started drawing him in short pants when he was in the primaries back in 2016 because he was such a bully. I would often do cartoons of him and his cohorts for the Republican nominees in sandboxes on the playground and whatnot, and Trump just seemed like such a bully. And so I drew him in short pants before he was president. Then after he was president, I drew him, turn this around. After he became president, I drew him in big boy pants. I gave him long pants again, and I kept it that way because I, A, wanted to give him a chance, and B, out of respect for the office. So I drew him in long pants, and I kept it that way for years. And it was only this year, about April, when I decided I couldn't do it anymore, that I was so bothered by what the president was doing and saying that I had to put him back in short pants because he's a bully, and he's more than a bully, really. And we'll see how if he can bully his way out of this. I don't think he can. He's going to move on and be a bully somewhere else, frankly. And hopefully he won't cause a lot of problems. And hopefully we can become a united country, even with him trying to meddle in government and politics. So that's my hope. I'm not a fan of Donald Trump's, and I don't mean to be divisive, but I just have to say that. And I think we can come together as a country. I have a lot of hope and a lot of good feelings for people who voted for Trump. I really do. I don't think they're all evil. I just think we got to figure out a way to come together. So that's my little soapbox for today. I hope you guys are well. Hope you're staying well. I hope you're wearing masks, and I will see you again. Actually, I won't be here tomorrow, but I'll see you on Wednesday, 5:30. So take care, everybody, and thanks for joining me. It's been a pleasure. So follow me on HAPS if you like, and see what I'm doing. Good to see you here. Thank you. Bye.